All right, fellas, welcome back. Another episode, Sammy and Marissa's husbands. No Tyler today. Shocker, surprise, surprise. But joining the show today in his place, his Colts had a big OT win against the Falcons. The king of Myrtle Beach, Corey Montgomery.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the intro there. We did, in
Absolutely.
fact, have that big OT win, and my boy JT with 49 points for me. Thank you so much, JT. You're the best.
That
I
that
love
was
you.
absurd. What did he have, like 175 rushing yards or something?
Oh, like 240 something, I
Was it
think.
that much? Golly.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I loved every second. 244 and three touchdowns.
Good God. And my boy Bijan, I had on my fantasy team, only got me 10 fantasy points. He shit the bed.
Dude, I have him in my work league, and Tyler Algier. I mean,
Yeah,
what is
what?
he doing
What are we
in the
talking
game?
about?
So much. Two touchdowns he had.
Yeah, he does get those weird touchdowns. I don't know. But let's chat a little bit about what's been up. Tell me about what you've been have going on, what you got coming up, etc.
Hmm. Well, I've been golfing still, which is
Hell yeah.
not going well. It's getting worse. So it's the most frustrating game in the world, and it pisses me off. But I still play almost every weekend. Um, Work is going pretty well, which means something bad's probably about to happen. It's
Nice.
usually how that goes. Um, oh, I almost died in a four-wheeling accident. That was
Holy shit.
that was cool. I mean, that might be a little exaggeration, but I did. My buddy down here has a farm, and he wanted to like take me on a tour of his farm and everything. And so I went on the four wheeler with him, and we get to this point where there's like a creek in front of us and beside us. We either have to go all the way back around or try to make it through. And he kind of sneaks up the side of this creek. Next thing you know, we're tipping over into a creek filled with water. So had to jump out, and I look up, and the four wheeler thankfully stayed on its side versus coming down into
Oh
the creek
my
with us.
God.
Because if it came down, yeah, I was probably getting smushed.
Dude, that could have
But
been really bad. People like seriously get injured in
yeah,
motorcycle and four-wheeler accidents like that. Dude, that's crazy. You were on it
yeah,
you were on it with him?
yeah. So I was on the back, and there's like hand rests beside me. So it's not
Oh,
like I could have, I had to like jump out. I had to bail
yeah.
hard. And I had two beers in my hand. He had me hold his beer because we were doing something sketchy. So he's like, hold my beer. So I'm
Hold
double
my beer.
fisting bottles of fucking Michelob Ultra limes as I'm
Oh,
getting dumped into a creek, and then looking up and like, so for one, toxic trait. I truly believed for that split second there that if the four wheeler came down, I could stick my arm up and catch it. It's like, I don't know, 1,000 something pound four wheeler. Like, truly believed. I wasn't even worried. I was like, yeah, I mean, come
yeah.
on down. I got it. But no, it would have crushed me.
Dude, yeah, you're talking at least, at the very least, some broken bones.
Yeah. Yeah,
That would
for sure.
suck.
I made it out unscathed, except I do have a very big bruise on my calf for some reason. I don't know how that happened, but it was from that. But I got soaked from head to toe, like drenched. It
If
was
that was
awesome.
Tyler, his whole body would have been bruised. That dude bruises more than anybody I know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it wasn't
Damn,
pretty. But
that's
and
crazy.
and then the next day we were bored at work, so we decided to sprint. I think I mentioned I sent a snap about that.
I saw that.
Yeah. So that was genius. Sprinted on concrete because we wanted to race, find out who was the fastest in our boots and jeans.
Yep.
And yeah, two of us went down. I say
Nice.
us because I was one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw some bloody knees, I'm pretty sure in that Snapchat.
It was a bloody hand and a
Oh,
bloody
okay.
elbow. I had the roll down. I mean, I
Okay.
tucked and rolled 2 days in a row. My fucking
Yeah,
30-year-old body is
you
like,
got
yo, what
that
the
down.
fuck is going on, dude? Like, we need to chill here. And then a couple days later, I hurt my chest. I hurt a muscle in my chest throwing a rock. So it's time
Isn't
to
that
get
the
with the program.
worst when you like just do something that should be so easy to do and then
Yeah.
like your body is just like absolutely not. We are not built for this anymore.
Yeah. I'm an old piece of shit. I'm in my 30s. It's awful.
Yeah, throwing stuff is a great example. Like every time I throw something, it'll be like a rock or I'm skipping a stone in a river or whatever it may be. And dude, my
Yep.
shoulder feels like it's gonna fall apart.
Just my chest. It hadn't got any better. It's been like a week now, and I wake up every morning and it's still there. No better. I'm like,
Jesus,
dude, this is embarrassing.
when did we get old? Like when did that happen?
This year, I think,
I think this year, yeah.
officially 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. But that's it. Yeah. So life has been interesting and a little bit humbling. But
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
what about
I've been
you?
trying to yeah,
What
I've been
about the
trying
move
to
here?
oh man, the move was cool. The 12-hour drive really turned into a 13-hour drive because we had the dogs and stuff like that. But overall it's really not that bad. The worst part was starting from Missouri and we had to leave super early because we had to get into Colorado before the property management office closed so we could pick up our keys. So we left at like
Mm,
3:30 in the morning. It was dumb early, dumb dark. I'm pulling a big ass U-Haul trailer behind the truck. I don't have the most experience towing things. Like I'm capable of towing things, but through like the back roads, rolling hills of Missouri in the pitch black, like fearful that I'm gonna just demolish a deer because they were everywhere on the sides of the road. That was not fun. Um, so yeah, that sucks. What we got here, it was a little annoying because, like I said, we had to go to the property management company first to pick up our keys. I guess it was just so inconvenient for them to meet us at the house. That would have been just too much. So we had to go like 30 minutes north of where we live after driving, across the country practically. For us to like walk in, it took like unnecessarily long. So I was already like super annoyed. And but we finally got the keys. We got in here. Um, Everything's all good. So love the house. The backyard is honestly makes the house is the best part. Everything else,
awesome.
the house is pretty old. Like it's not it doesn't have like the fanciest, newest things, but it's got a little bit of character to it. So the basement is cool, turning that into the man cave type deal. So I'm pretty pumped about
Yeah,
that.
that's gonna be awesome. I've always kind of wanted a cool basement area.
Yeah,
We
but
don't
what's
really
gonna
have that
happen?
around here.
It's gonna be funny that I'm gonna get this basement like set up exactly how I want it, and then I'm gonna get orders to deploy in like 3 months, probably. I, I don't know that, but I could just you know how you said everything's going good at work, and then
Yep.
something bad is bound to happen. So that'll be
Yep.
that. Um, One thing I wanted to talk about is the time change and how much I hate that we still do daylight savings and things like that. Like, why do we do that? Didn't I thought there was some kind of bill or they were talking about getting rid of that.
It's been brought up. I guess
That's
it's
what I
like
thought.
stalled somewhere or something. I don't
Well,
know.
the
But yeah,
government
it's
can't
pretty.
operate, so
Yeah. Yeah, clearly. But
yeah, but I
it
know,
is. It's outdated.
yeah, I know Arizona doesn't do it. They just like, hey,
Mhm.
it's you guys switch your time. We're just rolling with whatever time. But it sucks because like I'll leave the house to go to work, it's pitch black. And then I'll come home, it'll be pitch black. And I like don't see the light of day. It's kind of depressing to be honest.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what a lot of people say. I do feel the opposite. I've always been a night guy, so I'm like, I don't know. It like the nighttime, the calmness of it being dark outside is just like better for me, and I don't know. I kind of like it, honestly.
it's valid. That's valid. Um, I don't know. I got to see a little bit of sunlight during the day, like just to make me realize that it is daytime outside. Um,
You're talking like you work these like 12-hour shifts. Like what are we doing here? This guy's going out and playing golf in the middle of the day, like enjoying
well,
his lovely day, talking about
well,
not seeing sunlight.
so the past 6 months were a little bit of an outlier. So I've been in school. Mhm. So that is going to abruptly change when I start this new job. And I'm on leave right now. So I took like change of station and leave, essentially, is what it's
Sure,
called.
sure,
So, they give you some time to get settled in. And I took a few extra days that I've been saving up because I didn't need to take vacation days when I was in school because I was working half days anyway. So I took a couple extra days. I got all next week off, and then it's back to reality a little bit. But once I start this new job, it'll be more of a regular schedule. So, I go in to work at 6:30 to start, like we do PT together. And then I basically stay there because I feel like driving back and forth, it just wastes too much time. I'd rather stay there, kind of eat my breakfast, get like a jump start before everybody gets in. And then, I won't be done till like 5:30 probably. So,
And and what are we doing here? So this was actually going to be a random question of mine. We're kind of out of order
okay.
here, but it works
Okay.
for like where we're at right now. What the fuck when you're not in class, when you're not teaching a class, because I know you were doing that at one point. What is it you do?
All right. That is a loaded question. But
Of course.
so I was an instructor in officer candidate school. So I was really just teaching. That job was easy. If I could do that job, if I could do that job for 20 years and retire in the army, I would 100% stay in. Such a cool job, such an easy job. And then I had to go to this school to basically be certified in the rank that I am. That basically says the Army certifies me to be know how to do the job that I'm about to do. So I'm an engineer. We basically help support all aspects of like the maneuver units. So like the infantry and armor guys that go out and kill the bad guys in their tanks or their strikers or their vehicles, whatever it may be, they come to us and say like, "Hey, we need help in mobility. Like there's this river that we need to cross. We need you guys to build a bridge, or we need you guys to kind of dig bank improvements with your dozers so that we can ford the river, etc. Not flip over on the four-wheeler and almost kill ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Um, also
Love
like
that.
there's a lot of minefields in the spectrum that we operate on, so we like specialize in blowing up minefields and creating lanes through there. We do urban breaching, stuff like that. So when I'm not like doing that, we're planning training. So like we're not at war right now, right? So basically the focus is you go to these units and they're different echelon levels. So I'll be going to a battalion size that has like a couple thousand people in it and smaller companies within that. And those companies go out and do individual missions. So I'll be on staff, which is kind of what it sounds like. I'm just helping coordinate training, plan all these exercises to make sure these guys hit their milestones so that they can be certified to go do their job. So my job going forward is going to be like a lot of planning, coordinating timelines, getting range sessions, make sure we got ammo, all the equipment that we need, etc. So kind of just like a coordinator, if that makes sense. I
Okay.
don't know.
You broke up for a little bit there. I think it's probably me.
You never know. I
Can
did
you?
just get this Wi-Fi in. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I just got this Wi-Fi in, but long story short, I guess if you missed it,
Yeah.
I'm
No, no,
just
I heard most of it.
okay, yeah. So I don't I don't
So
really know. Don't really know because I'm not there yet. So it's kind of hard to
sure.
explain. You know what I
I
mean?
get it. No, 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 no. You did a good job of explaining it. Sounds like to me you're not actually a combat veteran, but you're directing the combat veterans. So the question is, does that garner any respect from our pal Wesley? I'd love to know. Put it in the comments below, please, Wesley.
Wes will never respect me. And that's okay because I don't respect Wes either.
Valid. I like
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Um,
Well, that answered, that's been coming up a lot. I think that needed to
yeah.
be out in the world. I like it.
Yeah. So to answer Tyler and Mike's question, when I get to this new place, I'm going to spend about 8 to 12 months on staff. And then I go down to basically be in charge of a lower level company. And the company has like anywhere between 100 and 150 people in it. And we just go out and actually conduct the training. So I'll be like kind of the leader of a company essentially. And we'll go out and we'll do all these missions to hit these certain milestones to be prepared, etc. So basically a manager essentially.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. I like it. While
yeah.
we're on the topic of answering some digs from last
Okay.
week,
Yeah.
I would love to hear your opinion on something that they both agreed on, which was that you are in no way, shape, or form funny. Take the floor.
Yeah. What kind of shit is that? I think I have a very different comedic style, and I think if I try to be funny, it's absolutely not funny. So I think that's warranted. And there's like, I
Sure.
don't have a good, like, jokes in my back pocket. I'm not necessarily quick-witted. Um, but, I get in where I fit in. And sometimes I throw a couple jabs in there, and I gotta say, some people laugh. Sometimes they don't. It is what it is. Tyler tries too hard. He tries too hard to be funny, which makes him not funny sometimes. I think
That
Mike
is
is the
true.
I think Mike is the funniest one.
So he's up there. I don't know if I give him it because his funniness comes with so much annoyance.
That's valid.
Um, you really have to take like he's a pest. The best way to describe Mike Jinks is he's a pest through and through. And sometimes it's funny, and sometimes it's not. You know?
That's valid. It's kind of like that with Tyler too. When Tyler's not trying to be funny, he's funny. But
Yeah.
there's specifically when Tyler is meeting new people and he mentioned that he talks shit, I guess, to like his superiors and things like that. I think that's when Tyler's the least funny. I think when he's trying to talk shit too much. Um, and that can get like annoying. I think Tyler's the funniest when he's just being his natural self and not trying too hard. But that's the same with anybody, really. If you're trying to be funny, you're probably not being funny.
I agree. I agree. And the washed up good basketball player bit is overplayed.
It's
You know,
overplayed.
we've been there, we've done that, haha, sympathy laughs at this point.
He had a good run. It was about 6 months long where he was good at basketball, and then that was about it.
He'll never live it down.
It's funny. He probably won't listen to this, but he talked enough shit on me last episode that I can just talk shit about him on an entire episode, which we could
Got
go
to.
on and on. The Grubhub of ice cream, I went into a rage. I almost lost it. But, it's his life. It's his life.
Yeah.
And towards the end of the episode, I have a challenge for Tyler, and I'll talk about it in like the closing comments, and people can get involved if they'd like to, but
I like it.
we'll get there. But other than that, I haven't been on the pod for a couple weeks because I was doing some stuff, and Tyler didn't have the disciplined initiative to make a podcast by himself. Um, but that's okay. I went to DC and me and Bryce did that marathon, which was really fun. But really, what I want to talk about the most is that my dad came up to DC, and my dad is not a city person. Um,
Hmm.
so seeing him in the wild of Washington, DC was a sight to see. He I don't think he's ever seen that many people in one place before. And there's a couple funny things that caught my eye. So uh we're walking around a lot. My dad got in a motorcycle accident when I was pretty young, and he's one leg is like 2 inches shorter than the other, so he doesn't move around all that well right now. And we're like walking crosswalks, and he's lagging behind. So like a crosswalk has the hand arrow and it'll be like stop when you're supposed to not walk and the cars come. Well, he's like
Right.
used to Carolina Beach. If you just walk in front of the cars, they just stop. Well, that does not happen in Washington, D.C., and they will
Yeah.
actually hit you. So he's like walking in traffic, like trying to dodge these cars. It was crazy. I thought he was going to die. I'm glad he's not dead. But that would have been a very large pancake in the street.
Oh man. Is that the first time you've been with him in like a city scene?
I think that's the
You
first time
think?
he's ever been in a city.
Really?
I think so. I
Wow.
honestly think so. Um, there was a couple times like seeing the culture of a different place was very eye-opening to him, I think. DC's probably the gayest population in the United States.
Sure.
Like just per capita, it's just like there's pride flags everywhere. And I don't think he's ever seen stuff like that. Like, sure, he's probably seen a pride flag on a business before, but like openly gay people out in public. He was just taken back. I could see it on his face. It was crazy.
I want to
Um,
touch on real quick. We said pride flag there, right?
uh-huh.
Because for a second it sounded like we might have missed the L. in that word.
Oh,
So we're just going to touch back, cover our bases,
no.
and move forward.
Yeah. No, got to work on the pronunciation. It's definitely FLAG. We did
Yeah,
not
we're
skip the L there.
enunciating that one.
Yeah, did not skip the L there. Also, we were on the subway one time, and we're like coming onto the subway. We're sitting down, and this kid, this young teenager, probably like 17 years old, comes on, and he's a black kid, comes onto the subway with a ski mask on, like a shiesty.
Hmm.
And my dad audibly says, as we're sitting there, "Oh fuck!" Like he thought we were about to get robbed.
Oh, that's funny.
He actually
I
thought we were
mean,
about to get robbed.
yeah,
So
I can
it's
see
just,
it.
it was just funny, man. And then after DC, came to Wilmington and got to see most of the crew. I know you weren't there because you're the king of Myrtle Beach, but got to
Sure.
see the youngest member of the crew. So I truthfully can't believe Tyler doesn't have him potty trained yet. I mean, what kind of parent is letting this kid running around shitting in his pants?
Like father, like
Um,
son.
yeah, right, exactly. We went to Highwire with the crew, so Highwire Brewing. Everybody was there, really. Drew, Casey, brought Reagan, and Jalen, Chris. I haven't seen them in a long time. The kids were running around basically stealing Wes and Allie's money because uh, Wes and Allie are labeled in themselves as the dinks of the crew, the dual income no kids. Um, so, so
Okay.
they think they're big money, and they were handing out quarters for all the kids to play games, which was cool. Um, and then me, Wes, and Drew had a little bit of a CB night, which was fun. Drew tagged
Yep.
along even though he had to work the next day. And I'm sure
Trooper.
that was not not a fun, yeah, trooper. I'm glad he came.
Yeah.
We went to the dive because I truthfully don't think Wes likes being anywhere else other than work.
He loves it.
Um, he does love it. And then we walked over to Beach Bums for just some core memories. Played a little shuffleboard naturally. Um, I actually think I lost to Drew, but we might have to edit that out. I can't admit defeat. There was no video.
Didn't happen.
But funny thing is, I stayed at Wes's that night, so I slept on his couch. The dogs were actually pretty well behaved, but stayed on Wes's couch, and the fire alarm went off 3 times in the middle of the night.
What?
Yes, we're
Why?
sleeping. I don't know, dude. I'm sleeping on the couch, and the fire alarm goes off the first time. I have no idea what time it was. And Wes comes like bolting out of his room as the fire alarm's going off. He's like, "Oh, dude, I swear this never happens." I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, whatever. He resets it, goes back into bed. Probably an hour later, goes off again. I'm like, what the heck? Comes out. He comes out again, like just bolting out of the room. It was so funny. But after the third time, I was like, maybe there's some kind of carbon monoxide poisoning. We should
Right.
probably leave. So I got up and drove home at that point. But yeah, so
Funny.
that was wild. But seeing him come out of the room frantically after the fire alarm was actually pretty funny.
Oh yeah, I can see it. I can picture it.
Yeah, and then
Oh, that's good.
it was good stuff. And then, moved, getting everything set up. I do gotta say, all these marketplace finds that I'm finding in Colorado Springs,
Huge.
huge, dude. I got a love seat and a nice leather chair with an ottoman for absolutely free. And I get there, and these people are just like, yeah, like I'm moving. I got to get rid of this stuff. I'm like, this is, I would have
Yeah.
sold this for probably $100.
Yeah.
But
Something.
I
That's how
mean,
I
you
got
got
my
to,
washer and dryer. I mean, that's how
yeah,
you do it.
I know, man. But yeah,
That's cool
so,
though. Real quick though, one thing we glossed over. You haven't been, have you been on the pod since that marathon, right? No. So
haven't
you
been
didn't
on the
really
pod
talk
since the
about
marathon.
I don't know, how was it? Did you place well? Did you get your goal?
So I hit my goal. Um, well, but I hit the wall so hard at the end. And like I was cruising at like a 8:05, 8:15 pace throughout the whole thing. I'm cruising, people are cheering, like you just get this crazy adrenaline rush.
Mhm.
And then mile 22, you're coming over this bridge and there's like no people there. So I started to die a little bit, and then my legs just felt so heavy. And most of the time when that stuff happens, I feel like I can power through pretty good, but I don't know if I messed up like my eating schedule because you're supposed to eat these little carbohydrate packs throughout. So I don't know if I messed up the schedule or something, but my body like shut down, dude. So I had to slow way down and it almost fucked me up big time. But overall, I did good. I'm never gonna be like close to winning these things. Like I'm not that body type. These guys are
Oh, those
professional
people are
runners.
ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
like the guy that won finished in 2 hours and 18 minutes, which is like a
Unbelievable, dude.
sub 5 minute mile. Like it's absurd. I don't even
Yeah.
I can't even fathom doing that. I can't even do that for 1 mile, much less 26. But absolutely crazy. I did 3:43 or something like that, which I was super happy with. The first one I did was
Hmm.
3:51. So I PR'd by almost 10 minutes or whatever. So I did exactly what I wanted. Bryce did really well for the circumstances. He had like I know he wanted when we first initially sought out to do this, like he wanted to be around the 4 hour mark, but he pulled his hamstring and then he was having some heart issues. And truthfully, like I probably wouldn't have even
Wow.
ran. Yeah, to go see a
Yeah. No.
cardiologist like 2 weeks before the race, she cleared him to run, and he hadn't ran in like
What?
months, and he still did it and still finished. I don't know how he did that stupid thing.
What a badass.
I know.
Okay.
So he crushed
Damn.
it. I was
I
waiting
hear
for
you,
him at the
Bryce.
finish line, and he comes through, and he was in bad shape when he finished, dude. I mean, he
Yeah.
was in
Yeah, I
bad shape.
saw I saw that one picture. That was funny.
He was hurting pretty good, but I think he's already got the itch to kind of maybe not do one soon, but like get back into it. And I think he really wants to like hit his goal. So I wouldn't be surprised if he signs up for another one here in the near future.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that sucks, but you guys have talked about it before. There's something about having something to train for, to work for, that
Yeah.
goal, just kind of keep you motivated.
Yeah, man, like it's hard right now because you just finished this thing, your body's shot. So I haven't really worked out the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But it's almost like, okay, sure, I'll get back in the gym and I'll do all these mundane things, but like what's my goal? What am I like trying to get to? Because if I don't have that, I feel like I kind of like fuck off and don't hold myself accountable. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Definitely.
Um, I watched We Are the Millers last night, so every time I say, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, no, I'm saying.
What a
You know,
throwback. Yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
Scotty P, no regrets.
No regrets. Yes,
No
sir.
regrets. But other than that, dude, that's about it. The marathon was cool. Moving to Colorado, it's been a crazy month. My bank account is hurting right now
Yeah.
because of the move and paying deposits and cleaning fees and et cetera, et cetera. But we're here, uh, and we'll get to it. But let's move into some kind of things going on. So I want to hear about your fantasy basketball week.
Um, it's actually I need to look it up because it's close. I'm playing Drew.
Yeah.
Um, God. Look, I'm telling you, man, if Steph Curry doesn't have like tuberculosis or something, I don't. I'm not going to be okay. I mean, he's missed a whole week. I'm pretty upset about it. Um, Pascal tonight is resting. I mean, I got this close game, and one of my top guys is just resting. It's ridiculous. So Drew clearly rigged it,
He
but
rigged it.
I I think I still have a chance. We'll see. It's going to be a close one.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm in a similar situation. I'm a little worse shape than you are. I'm playing Tingo, so I really am gonna hate myself if I give Tingo his first win of the season. Um,
Mm, yeah.
but the odds are slim. I'm down like 40 points. I really need everybody on my team to have a really good game, and two people are already not doing that. So it's probably not looking well for me. It is what it is. I started the year 1-1. Tingo's gonna beat me probably this week, and I'll be 1-2, but I'll come back. I'll come back. It's been hard, like not looking at it because we've had so much going on. So when you're not in tune with stuff, you kind of just like pray and spray, and hopefully everything works out.
Fantasy basketball doesn't work well with that.
No,
Unfortunately,
it
you kind of
really
have to be
doesn't.
like on it every day.
I know it's tough. I did see Chris just made a couple. desperation waiver wire ads to fill his roster. So if anybody needs some good players come Monday, then Chris probably just dropped two people. Um, but uh, but yeah, so it is what it is. Probably gonna go down to 1-2.
It's
What do
fine.
you what are you feeling about fantasy football? How you looking there? I know you had JT that went crazy.
I just I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna win in both my JT leagues. One of those is against Tyler, so we love that.
Nice.
One's against Tyler and one's against Tingo, and I got him. I already got Tingo for sure, so it's good. JT carried me on that one. A notable zero, Garrett Wilson came back this week to
Yeah,
drop
what was up
zero
with that?
points and then get hurt.
Yeah,
So
that fucked
yeah,
me
I
big
don't
time
know.
too because I had Garrett Wilson. But
Yeah, I have him in
basically,
two leagues.
in my league, if Lad McConkey doesn't have 30 plus and Jalen Warren does decent, then I'm screwed because the dude I'm playing has Jalen Warren. I have Lad. I need Lad to go crazy. Right now I'm down like 8 points, so I need Lad to go crazy and I need Jalen Warren to not. So I mean there's a chance. There's a fighting
PPR.
chance. Yeah, PPR.
Yeah, I mean it's not unheard of.
Yeah, we'll
I do
see.
like Warren this year, though. He's been pretty
Yeah,
solid.
I like Warren, especially on a night game against the Chargers. I would take Warren, but you never know. You never know, and that's why fantasy football is cool. But Colts are looking good. I mean, they started the season looking good. I mean, you guys are doing all right.
They look great, and it was
Yeah.
so unexpected. I have been trying to temper my expectations because it felt like at any moment it could just go right back to reality. But I don't know, man. We look like the real deal. The offensive line is unbelievable. Jonathan Taylor is like one of the best ever. And I mean, I'll tell you who's really good is Alec Pierce. He's, wide receiver two, wide receiver three, but that dude makes some crazy contested catches. He comes up clutch. Like he's really good. I'm really impressed with him. And we
Yeah,
got
and I
Sauce
think
now.
you got Sauce now. I know that's a jab to Tyler's heart, but I
Hmm.
think honestly, like Danny Dimes had a bad break in New York. The Giants organization is just shit. They really didn't have faith in him. I don't in him. I don't think. And like having a wide receiver core that just is always going to have somebody open. You always can just hand the ball off to JT. Like it gives him so many more options, and he doesn't have to go out and try and be Superman. And I think that's where he thrives.
Yep, exactly. He's got the time, and he's got any weapon you could ask for. And Tyler Warren, I mean, my God, dude made some clutch catches today too.
Yeah, that was great. I sat him. I don't know why I sat him. He's been great
Ooh,
all freaking year. I had Sam
who did you start
Laporta,
over? Oh,
and
I mean, I
like
would have flexed him.
yeah, no, I should have, 100% should have. And the reason that I did it is because at the beginning of the week, I always like hit the optimize lineup button. And just so it puts like
Sure.
everybody that's, got the most projected points in their position in their slot, just in case I forget to change my lineup or whatever it is. And then we got busy with the move and all that stuff. And like we're just doing crazy stuff. So we had to unload the U-Haul, get everything situated, and I like wasn't really looking at it, and I knew my lineup was optimized. And truthfully, when the lineup's optimized, most of the time Warren is in the lineup because he's usually has a pretty high projected score for the week. But it is what it is. I don't know. So yeah,
It's
I'm
fine.
gonna. What sucks is I'm going to lose both my fantasy football leagues and my fantasy basketball league this week. So
Ugh,
just an absolute
such a
terrible
bad
week.
feeling.
Terrible week.
Such a bad feeling.
I am in a second fantasy basketball league, and it's one of those category leagues. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay. Yep.
And I don't like the category leagues, but my team is pretty good for the category. So the first time I played, I really didn't know how to draft because you really focus on like players that just specialize in one thing. So like I think his name's Dyson Daniels, the dude that gets all the steals. You know what I'm talking
Hmm.
about? And he's on the Hawks.
Yep.
But
Yep.
he's like a first round pick in this league because he gets so many steals. He's basically going to win you your steals category almost every week.
Oh, I didn't know
You know
it
what I'm
worked
saying?
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like it's just like if your team has the most steals, then you win that category. If your team has the most points, you win that category.
Okay.
Um, so right now I'm up 6 categories to 2, so I should win. Um, but yeah, your whole thinking about drafting just goes out of the window. Like Peyton Pritchard is a really high pick because he shoots a lot of threes and he's gonna hit a lot of threes. So he's gonna really help your 3 point category. He's not gonna
Hmm.
do anything for you in the other category, but it's almost like a
Yeah.
specialized thing. So I'm
Okay. I
starting to
mean,
figure that
it's
out a little bit.
but I
Yeah.
don't. Yeah. I'm kind of like you. I don't know if I would like it.
I don't like it, but it's just like the guys that I play with, I've played with them for like 4 years now, and that they like the category thing.
Do you
Um,
compete? Are you
i-
like at the
in their
bottom?
league. No, no, no,
Yeah.
no. I'm usually pretty good in this league. They're not as in tune with fantasy basketball as like you guys are.
All right.
Um, but they're not like the type of people that quit playing either. So I've won one championship in that league, and it was my second year with the league. So I didn't win the last 2 years. Um, but overall, I have usually a pretty competitive team.
What kind of buy-in?
It's $20, I think. No, 25. We did $25 buy-in. So when
Okay.
I won the
Yeah.
league, I got a decent little chunk of change. It wasn't anything stupid. They do like first place regular season gets their money back, I think, and then first place of the playoff. I don't really remember how the whole deal works out, um but yeah, it's a cool little league with a decent group of dudes that I just never talk to unless we're playing fantasy basketball.
Those are fine. That's a fine league. Switch it up, change of pace.
Yeah, no doubt. Um, let's see how much time we got left. All right, we
Oh,
got a minute
minute.
left. So let's take a break and then we'll jump into part 2.
All right.
All right, welcome back. No commercial because we're not creative. Um, but next thing I want to talk about is a little UNC basketball. So obviously it's been a pretty good season so far. I've seen you've been following along, but some breaking news that I just saw, and I hope it's fake news, but I don't think it is Seth Trimble suffered a broken bone in his left forearm and will undergo surgery this week.
Really?
Yeah,
Did
like
this
just
just
20
come
minutes
through
ago.
right now?
20 minutes ago, yeah.
Oh, I see that.
So it's
Hmm.
from the UNC basketball Instagram page,
Yeah.
so I don't think it's fake news, unfortunately.
No, I just looked. I got a ESPN notification.
Yeah, that sucks big
It's
time
true.
because he's he might not score all the points or anything, but he's the captain. He's like gonna anchor us on defense. That's brutal. That's a really tough blow.
It hurts. It hurts. I did shit talk him last game,
Yeah.
and immediately as soon as I did, he started going off. So, um, that hurts because man, I will tell you what, we might be back.
I know
We
that's
might be
literally
back.
my first note in this is are we so back?
Yeah, I said the same thing. Yep.
Uh but I mean, can't have a better start to the year. We started off 2-0, huge top 25 matchup against Kansas, who we've like really struggled against in the past few years. And Caleb Wilson looks like the real deal.
Yep. That's what I was gonna say. Is he this year's Cooper Flag? Do we think he's gonna be that big?
I
Number one
mean,
pick? Like, I mean, dude, talent is there.
the talent, the potential, and like he seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders and he's got like a chip on his shoulder too, because I don't think he's been ranked as high as he thinks he should be ranked. And
Mhm.
man, dude, he's looked good in both exhibition games and then both regular season games so far. Like he won that game, I think, against Kansas, like down the stretch.
Yeah, yeah. I
We have,
mean,
yeah,
all aspects of the game, he's there, and he's athletic as hell. It's
yeah,
crazy, and not to mention we added some really good transfers
for
too.
sure, for sure. And so athletic, like great at scoring, but he's also like diving on the floor. So like everything you want out
Uh,
of your 5-star freshman. But you know, hopefully that helps in the future. I think get us some big time recruits because Carolina has struggled getting those big time 5 stars in that are traditionally the one and done guys. We haven't really gotten those people. And I think that's because the program is traditionally one with the Tyler Hansboroughs, the Ty Lawsons that basically stay and grow for 4 years. But college basketball is changing. You need those like elite 5 star freshmen to win championships now. You really do. So hopefully we can feed off Caleb Wilson and get some more because he's going to the draft. Like,
Oh yeah, one and done for sure. There's no doubt about it. So we got to capitalize this year.
got to
And
capitalize.
I
But
mean, I really thought watching that game that we could, but I guess we'll see how this Trimble thing affects us.
yeah, so we don't know what the timeline looks like, but having surgery, that doesn't make me feel great.
Well, that's not good.
No, it doesn't make me feel
No.
great at all. Because,
But back to those transfers, the Henry Vasar guy,
yeah,
there, that guy, what is he, 7 feet tall,
he's huge.
and he can shoot too. I mean, that's exactly what we need.
100%. And I think I think really what stuck out to me the most is like we got all these guys, these transfers that are trying to make a name for themselves, but they almost seem to know their role and they're not trying to do too much. Like Vassar kind of reminds me a little bit of Brady Manick in a sense. Like not
Yeah,
just because he's white and can shoot and big,
sure.
but like he's not trying to do too much and he's a really willing passer. And I think with him and Caleb Wilson, they got this like really good 2 man game going on where like I think his name is Vassar, right? That's how you pronounce it, Vassar, I think. Whatever. That's what we're calling him now. Um, he like catches it at the elbow and then he'll dump it down to Caleb Wilson inside for an easy dunk. Like they got that dialed. So we'll see how it goes with Trimble, but I got high expectations still. I really do.
I do too. Yeah, it took 5 minutes of watching that game to see like, okay, I haven't seen this type of talent on a Carolina team in a couple of years now, so it felt good to see that again.
Yeah, 100%. Now, UNC football, different story. We did beat Stanford yesterday, moving to 4-5. So what are your thoughts on where we're at right now with UNC football?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking better. We're starting to get it together a little bit. I haven't been able to watch as much as I want to. I've been like yesterday, I was at a housewarming party, so somebody had it on their phone, it wasn't on
Yeah.
the TV.
Hmm.
So I didn't really get to see, the ins and outs and the details as much as I would have liked, but it seems like we're starting to pull it together a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, the Belichick thing brought so much attention to the first few games of the season. And with any new coach, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle with the new offense. You're gonna struggle with the new coaches. So like the struggles were expected. We got blown out by TCU and blown out by Clemson, which I think made the season kind of a wash for a lot of people. But I mean, we lost 2 really close games. We lost an overtime game to a number 16 ranked UVA that we really could have won in the last second. So I think we went for 2 or something like that. But then we lost like a 3 point game to Cal. And if we would have won those 2 games, like we're looking at being 6-3 and having a very different conversation about how the season's going.
It's true. It's not all bad, and you're right. I mean, new coach, it was some ridiculous amount of new players. I mean, you just can't walk into a good situation there. And so I think they're starting to make the most of it. And I'm not going to write them off. I know a lot of people wanted to, but I think if he sticks around, because now a lot of people are starting to talk about, oh, where's Belichick going to go now? Like I hear that a lot,
Really.
and we're not, we're a little over half a season in. He didn't need to go anywhere. He needs to stick it out.
I will say if Belichick leaves right now, like if he has a really shitty rest of the season with Carolina, like I don't know if he'll get another job.
He shouldn't.
I don't think people want the high profile. They don't want the whole situationship with his girlfriend or whatever she is. Like, I don't want that, and I'm a damn Carolina fan.
Nobody
Like,
wants that, dude. Nobody wants that, and it's sad. That's a whole nother thing, like I hate that that's happening because for one, he's low key kind of tarnishing his legacy doing that because like
yeah,
he built his whole persona on being a no bullshit football guy, and now at the forefront of everything that he's doing with this team and this potential career resurgence is this fucking ridiculous relationship with a 24-year-old when he's 70 something years old. It took all the spotlight off football, which went against everything that he built his fucking image, likeness, and career off of. It's just
yeah.
stupid. I'm surprised.
I'm very surprised as well because of what you just said, and my thing is like, if people started asking questions, and he's like, "Look, I'm Bill Belichick. I won 6 Super Bowls. I want to date a hot 24-year-old." I'd be like, "Props to you, Bill.
I get it.
Good on you, brother."
Yeah.
But like the fact that they try and label it as, "Oh, we're in love," it's like, shut. No, you're not in love, dude. Just call it what it is, and everybody will stop asking questions.
Look, I wouldn't even have a problem with that. It's
Mm-mm.
how fucking involved she is with everything.
That's annoying.
Getting involved, fucking up that one interview. There was some
Hmm.
leaked tapes about how she was in like some sort of meeting and she was giving all these fucking notes. And like, granted, they weren't wrong necessarily. Like, they were okay points and notes, but like, it's all that is how involved she is with what's going on. That is not a good look.
Yeah, it's not a good look. So we'll see how that goes. But I really don't want Steve Belichick to be the next head coach like next year. That would
No,
be bad.
no.
That would be bad.
He's
Well,
garbage. I mean, I think.
I think he's garbage too. He just looks confused every time he's on the sideline.
Mhm.
All right, well let's get into a little bit about what me and you and Mike have been talking about, and is this golf trip. So
Mm.
for everyone that's not up to speed, we kind of found this like golf trip package, and me and Corey and Mike have been talking about doing a golf trip for a bit, and it's in February over President's Day weekend, so it's kind of a federal holiday. Everybody usually gets a day off on that weekend, and it's $500 and some change. I think it's like 507 or something like that. But it's 3 nights in a hotel and 4 rounds of golf, which I think low key at some pretty nice golf courses.
They are.
And
They
like,
absolutely are.
I mean, those are probably at least $100 green fee, you know?
Definitely, like for out of towners, for sure. They give
Yeah.
better local rates and maybe some deals on the passport. But if you come in from out of town to play like Grand Dunes, I think you're
Hmm.
like 150 or so, probably,
Yeah.
or low
So, I
100s
mean,
at least.
3 nights in a hotel and 4 rounds of golf for $500 is like the best deal you're going to get, I
It's
think.
good. It is.
So,
Yeah.
given 4 rounds of golf in like 4 nights or 3 nights would be kind of steep. I don't think you can do less rounds and make it cheaper. I think it comes in like a package. So like the way it would have to work is that, me and Mike fly in or drive in or however he wants to get there, and we'd have to play like a round that afternoon. We'd stay in the hotel, we'd play another round in the morning, gonna have all day to hang out, stay the night, play another round, and then it's like play a round before we leave the last day. So it's a lot of golf, and it might be kind of a stretch, but I mean we could always just cancel one of the rounds. I just don't think it would be cheaper.
No. Look, I'm not. That's the thing. How often are you doing a golf trip?
Right.
I've never done one. I've played golf for a while now. I love it. I've never done a golf trip. So
Yeah.
like yeah, also a lot easier for me to sit here and talk about, yeah, I got no problem playing 4 fucking rounds. What are you talking about? I live here, so
Yeah,
I don't have
valid.
to travel. It's a lot easier for me. But, you know, a golf trip, 4 rounds, we can get it done.
I mean, we could do 2 rounds in one day, right? Would that be crazy?
Oh, I think that's no problem at all. But like with that package, is there specific times that we have to do it at, or can we
No,
dictate
it
that?
it let me pick days and times. I was
Okay.
picking tee times and stuff like that. So it seems like
Yeah.
it lets you go into that course's tea time website or whatever and go and see what's available. So um it could be the move. And I think February could be a good time. Like I said, I start work on the 17th, but the first week is basically me going in and doing what's called in processing. So like I'm really not even going to be at my official job. I'll just be doing like getting my pay set up and going to draw all the equipment that I need for that specific duty station. So like Colorado is like a bunch of cold weather gear, etc. Um, so like really the week after, I'll go in and I'll be able to like look at the calendar and kind of see what we got going on. Traditionally, federal holidays are pretty good. They're usually fairly protected. So as long as I'm not going on some kind of training rotation for like a month, like that should be a good weekend.
Yeah. It's good as far as time goes. It could be a little cold.
Could be a
So
little cold.
something to think about, something to talk
That's why
about.
that's
But
why God made pants.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah. But look, I know I was giving him a little bit of unnecessary shit in the group chat, but Mike is going to make it difficult. Mike is the problem here. So we got to figure out Mike and this thing can happen. So, yeah, I went at him a little prematurely, but I'm keeping my foot on the pedal there because he's going to be the one that can fuck this all up. Because he's
Yeah.
a difficult guy, like I said earlier, he's a pest. Love him.
So we just got to have somebody on the waiver wire that we can call and just be like,
True.
hey, are you in? So it might not hurt to start putting some feelers out there to a couple people and be like, look, I Bryce, my brother, is down. I think
Yeah.
he's got to coordinate work stuff first, but like if work is good, then he's down to go. So that could potentially be a fourth or a third. If it's just three people, it's going to be more expensive. Four people would be ideal.
Four people would be
But
good. And then we don't have the option of potentially getting paired up with a random when we're out there.
yeah, speaking of that, I got a tea time tomorrow. Um, and I'm a single, so I'm probably gonna get paired up with a random like group of three, and they're gonna hate it.
Y-
It's okay.
You play as a single a lot. Are you getting paired up a lot or are you normally getting lucky?
So I play as a single in Missouri all the time because in Missouri you don't book tea times. Like the courses that I play at, it's just first come, first serve, and I just go and play by myself. Um, because most of the golf courses I play at are like mom and pop golf courses where they're probably struggling just to keep the lights on in the place. So there's honestly never anybody at these golf courses, and I just go play by myself. And it's nice. I love playing golf by
It's the
myself.
dream. Oh, I loved it. I used to do it for a while when I was working like afternoons. So I would go out on a weekday morning
Yeah.
and play by myself. And there's no better feeling. It's so peaceful. If you fuck up, you can just hit another ball.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I know. And so this is the first time I'm going to be playing with some random. So I booked a 1:40 p.m. tea time for tomorrow, and it was four slots available. So I'm hoping that nobody just fills the slots. But I did call and talk to him, and he's like, look, like, truthfully, we're just going to put you with another single. Like, it's just, you're not going to play by yourself. It's just how it works here. And like, I get it. I do. You want to keep that stuff open for people, but it is what it is. I just don't want to go with like, so when I was here before, I was trying to kind of get into golf and I really didn't know anything and I sucked so bad. And I went and booked a tee time for myself, thinking that being naive and thinking I could just play by myself. And I got paired up. I got a cart and I got paired up with three probably 70-year-old women who were walking. So so they were walking, pushing their carts, and I'm the fucking, 26-year-old dude that rolls up in a cart with these three elderly women. It
Like a four
was
handicap.
it was terrible. It was so
Oh
bad.
man.
And I was so bad. Every drive I hit was completely lost. I would just go drop in front of the red tees where these women were playing. It was so bad.
Nightmare.
It was
Nightmare scenario.
it was I'm surprised I've ever played golf again after that experience. But
That's a whole nother part of golf that is like actually a big barrier. is when you
Yeah.
start to play golf. For one, sometimes it's inevitable you're going to get paired with random people. And then, if you want to play and if you're like us, your friends suck and like refuse to play, like you got to find other groups to golf with. And
Yeah.
eventually you're going to find them. And then you still got to have that first couple times where you're like, fuck, I'm playing in front of these guys for the first time ever,
Yeah.
and then it could be fucking shank off the tee, which I've certainly done. Or, sometimes you pipe it down the middle, but it's a whole nother mental barrier that you have to get over with golf.
100%. So I I didn't get a cart this time because I wasn't really sure how it was gonna line up. And I talked to the guy, the starter, and he said basically like if I still want a cart, I can just get one right before the tee time. So I'm gonna see what the other people I get paired up are doing. I'm not gonna get a cart if they're walking. Like that's just stupid. I'll just walk. I don't really want to walk 18, but I will. Um,
It's not bad.
yeah.
I kind of miss it sometimes. I walked one round this year and it was actually really nice.
It's nice if you don't have people like crawling up your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if everybody's
Yeah.
walking, it's nice. So when I played in Colorado before, during the winter, a lot of times they don't allow carts because I guess they barely have grass as it is when during the winter. So they want to kind of preserve it. And they don't trust people to do
Uh-huh.
cart path only, I guess, which valid
Yeah.
because I'd never drive on the fucking cart path. But
Nope.
yeah. um, so we'll see how it goes. I don't know. And I didn't realize. So I'm thinking, oh, Monday, it's not going to be crowded. People are going to be at work Monday afternoon. Like I might get a chance to play by myself. But I didn't realize today is like Veterans Day weekend. So everybody in the Army has today and tomorrow off. So it's just like a regular Saturday, essentially. So it's going to be busy as
Mm,
hell. So
yeah.
I'm definitely getting in a
Yeah,
pair.
you're cooked, Chief.
I'm
You're
I'm
cooked.
cooked. I'm cooked big time. Um, do I
Well,
do have a new driver I'm trying out tomorrow.
I saw that. That's a big purchase. That's supposed to be a really nice one. I've heard
I
good things
know.
about Sim
I
2.
went and I played when I was in Wilmington with my mom's husband, Moss. So I went with him and he plays up in Boiling Springs Lakes at a course he's like a member at. And he's gotten pretty good, but he has that driver and I used it because I didn't bring my clubs home with me. Um,
Yeah,
and I hit it well. So I have high expectations, which is a recipe for disaster,
of course.
but we'll see how it goes. I'll make sure to keep everybody tuned in.
I'll peep into the 18 birdies. I love that now. I'm so glad that you actually got me on that because yeah, I get the notification that you're playing around. I'm like, oh, okay. Follow
Yeah,
along. I'll come
right.
check back in a little bit. See you've triple bogeyed like three holes in a row, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah, yeah, I do that. And I'm like, you got to be honest. You can't be that guy that just like bullshits it. Like, let's just be honest,
Yep.
and that way we can kind of see the growth a little bit. It's really defeating when you lose track of how many balls you've hit on the hole. And I'm just like, I don't even know what to put. This is probably like a quintuple bogey right now.
It's tough. Tough
Yeah,
scene.
it's tough scene.
We've all
But
been there though.
yeah, so let's get in some random questions. And I think we've kind of talked a lot of our random questions. Um, so
A few of them. A few
I
of them.
only have one random question that hasn't been talked, and it's kind of already been talked. So,
Mine has two, but I'm excited to circle back on it.
okay, okay. Is being a single like annoying? AKA, is it like should you not do it at all possible? Should you try and not be a single?
Um, as far as pace of play, maybe, but no. I'm actually sick of like pace of play warriors and people who are like so fucking concerned about, the flow of the course. Like, dude, what difference does it make if you spend an extra 15 or 30 minutes on the beautiful golf course that you look forward to playing all fucking week?
Yeah,
Like
true.
I almost, yeah, no. So my answer to that is no. If you don't have anybody to play with, what are you going to do? Just not play? Like, that's stupid.
It's
Play the
valid.
fucking game. Everybody else can get over it. And yeah, in fact, I actually almost got in a fight the last time I played last weekend. I didn't play this weekend. Last weekend, um, I played with this dude down here. God bless him. Great guy, super great guy. He is the biggest fucking yapper of all time. Talks in the backswing. He talked in his own backswing and fucked himself up. He was like about to go back and he like said something. We're like, dude, did you just talk in your own backswing and fuck up your swing? Like, he just takes forever. And then he looks for his ball for 30 minutes. And then he fucking, when he hits a bad shot, he hits another one. It's like, dude, that's great and all, but like, we're kind of slowing up. And then people started yelling at us. I let it go the first time. I didn't say anything because like they're kind of right. But then old boy just kept on coming and I fucking lost it. Keep in mind, I'm playing with like this guy that I work with, and I'm like his boss, so I'm supposed to be, you know, somewhat keeping it together. I fucking lost it. I said, so what you want to fucking do, bitch?
Yeah.
So what you want to do? It's the second time. I let it go the first time. Fucking come on then. He got back in his car and said, "That's right, you old fuck." I like turn
My
around. I was
thing,
like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
yeah, like my thing about that, like unless you're the starter that works at the golf course, like don't talk to me about pace of play. Like if
Yeah, no
somebody's got
problem.
an issue, send somebody that is an employee at the golf course. They can come have a conversation with us about pace of play. Like sure, be respectful and try and move it along, like do the things you're supposed to do. But like you behind me, like just sit down and enjoy the nice weather and shut up.
Enjoy the show. Like,
Enjoy
yeah,
the
we're
show.
playing that slow. We're probably not playing that well. So fucking watch us. It
Right.
ain't pretty, but it's funny.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So nah,
All
you're
right.
good. Keep fucking doing you.
All right, singles it is.
Yeah, I like it. All right. So yeah, my first random question was, what the fuck do you actually do? Where is my tax dollar ROI? So uh, I think we covered that one. Did I break up a little bit there?
You broke
I
up a
think I
little
broke up a
bit.
little
Yeah,
bit.
you broke up a little bit.
All right, so I'll hit that back real quick. What the fuck do you actually do, and where is my tax dollar ROI?
Yeah.
Not what.
Yeah, so where does your tax dollar go? I'll send you a bill of materials and you'll be able to see, what we do. I play, 3 rounds of golf a week. You'll get that in an invoice. But yeah, man, like I feel like I
I
gave a
get it.
decent
No, you,
description
you
of what
did.
I
You
do.
did. You did. I
It's
think we
honestly a little
well.
hard to explain.
Again, I think you did well. I think what caught me though was something you said a little bit later on was that you wouldn't be starting whatever your next job is until around February.
No, 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 no. So I may have miscommunicated that a little bit. So I report to my next unit on November 17th, and it's like my
Oh my
first day
God.
there.
You're
So
the fucking guy back in the fucking workforce.
I know we're getting back. So I get there and I have to do basically a week of what's called in processing. So I go and I do all these classes that tell you about like the rules and regulations of this certain duty station. Um, it's kind of BS. They're short days, which are cool, but it's just a lot of stupid stuff that you already know. They get your pay situated, so I got to go to the finance office because my pay changes based on where you live because there's different like cost of living. So living in Colorado, I actually make a pretty significant more amount than I do living in bumfuck Missouri. You know what I mean? Because like rent is way more expensive here than it is in Missouri. Like $1,000 a month more expensive. Um, So little stuff like that, you have to go and get all situated before you actually get into it so they can make sure you're getting the right pay and all that stuff. But then after that week is done, then I basically am like full force, like in my job. And it's such a weird concept. Like I go to this new job where I know no one and I don't know where to go. I'm basically just going to be wandering around this installation, like looking for building numbers, looking like an idiot. And there, I'm going to get to my new job and they're going to expect me to know exactly how to do it, even though I've never done it before. So it's just like, it's just this crazy ass situation. The way the army works is like once you get into a position and then you kind of figure it out and you're all like, okay, I got this down. I got my little battle rhythm in. I know what I'm doing day to day throughout the week. Like they take you out of the position, they put you in a different one. So I'll be in this job for like 8 months. And I'm telling you, month seven, I'll be like, all right, I got this. Like I'm the dude that everybody's coming to like ask what to do, and like I'll be that guy. And then they'll remove me and throw me in a job I've never done before, and then I'll have to start over from ground zero. So that is pretty shitty. And it's tough.
Yeah, I can see that. That that definitely brings on a little anxiety. I can feel it.
100%. And like, just going into a place, like knowing no one, not even really knowing the right thing to say, or if I'm in the right location when I'm getting there. I'm just like, hey, I'm here. And they're like, so
It's like when
what?
you yeah, it's like when you started college, except for instead of instead of like going there, finding where you're supposed to be and then like being a student, it's like you're the teacher
Kind
instead.
of, sort of. Yeah, kind of, sort of. So it's a
It's
little bit
tough.
of an, yeah, I get super anxious like going in the
Mm.
first day. I'm super anxious. But that's all the random questions I have. So um, you have
Damn,
another.
I got a few. Well, I have two more. I'm gonna
Yeah,
scrap this
send
one.
them.
We've talked too much. We know we've talked too much golf.
Yeah,
So we've most of our listeners here are not even golfers, so we
they've
probably lost them
probably,
already. So I'm gonna scrap
yeah.
that one. Um, this is a good one. I think everybody will enjoy. I don't want you to think too hard on this. I want you to go through. I'll give mine, and then after I kind of give mine, you'll have an idea of where to go from there. But what I would like to do is go through our group members like we did previously, or they did with us on the funniness scale. I would
Mhm.
like to do the worst quality of every member of our group.
Okay.
So, so you can take a little time as I kind of go through mine, show you where my head was at. I'll start with myself. I think my worst quality would be my flakiness. Um, I'll put the hand up. I'll wear that. Um, do I always show up to the events? No, no, I don't. But do I show up to the important events? Yes, yes, I do. But I definitely am a little bit of a flake, um, among some other probably bad qualities that people could say. But I think that's probably my worst. Yours, I go into, and some of these I couldn't narrow it down to just one, so I did like slash. Yours would be overinflated ego slash hates fat.
That
um,
checks out. Yeah,
yeah,
that checks out.
pretty obvious. Tyler starts off with fat, and then his
I
and
love
then
that
his would
one.
also be yeah, um, flake also slash punctuality,
Oh God.
slash gone forever. Now that kid here.
Yeah, true.
Wes is one of the most judgmental people I've ever met. Get that guy around just out in public, try to talk to him. Chances are he's looking at what's going on over there and judging another group of people that he doesn't know intently. Drew, who is actually, he was probably the toughest one for me to
Yeah.
think of his worst qualities. So that probably means something for Drew. I came up with can't smoke anymore because he can't. He's weak. I would also at slash can't make it through an entire rec season of anything without an injury.
Yeah, that's true.
Tingo, his ability to make plans whatsoever slash formulate coherent sentences. Mike, um, unnecessarily annoying slash turning routine things into difficult situations. And then I gave Kevin early lever slash also gone forever due to kid.
Yeah. I like those. I think they're pretty spot on. Especially Tyler's first one. Okay, so I'll do something similar and just kind of go through one by one. I think me, I think I'm pretty insensitive to certain people's situations. I don't maybe I'm not empathetic enough.
Yep. Not an
So
empath.
I'm not an empath. So yeah, I'll say that's me. For you, um, I feel like you have a tendency to disappear. And and maybe that's just because we haven't always been like the most the people we communicate with the most in the
I
friend
get
group.
it.
So like me
Yep.
and you don't necessarily talk the most. So I would say yours is do you disappear the most. Um Tingo, I would say flakiness because he's definitely a flake. Because I think there's been a lot of times where he's like, "Oh yeah, like let's go out, blah blah blah," and then it's just we haven't heard from Tingo. It's midnight, blah blah
Yep.
blah. Now Tingo
So we
does have
match on
a
that.
yeah, uh, so definitely. Drew, I think Drew sometimes is to go with the flow.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like Drew's just like, yeah, we'll do whatever, even though he knows there's probably some kind of better alternative than what we're actually doing, and he just doesn't speak up. So Drew, just speak up
Mm,
and get us on track. Tyler, fat, uh, Tyler, let's think. Tries too hard with his jokes. Um, and then also, I feel like Tyler lacks a little bit of initiative when it comes to things that I want him to do. So maybe that's a me problem and not a Tyler problem. Where are we at? We need Wes, Mike, and Kevin.
mhm.
Mike, oh, there's probably a long list that we could go through with Mike.
Oh God, yeah. I had to stop myself.
Mike, his worst quality is probably his persistence. Sometimes it's good for him, I'm sure. Other times it's infuriating. Wes doesn't, Wes has a similar problem with me, and he doesn't understand other people's situations, I don't think. So Wes is not an empath whatsoever either. Um, Wes is also, like you said, very judgmental, and I think that stems from him not being able to understand where other people are coming from. So
Yep.
me and Wes share that. And then I think it's just Kevin, right?
Yep.
Yeah, honestly, hard to say a bad thing about Kevin. Uh,
I agree.
but
I agree. I
Kevin
struggle
probably
with it.
has similar bad qualities as Drew. Kind of just he's too chill. He's Kevin's too chill, and baby gone forever.
Yeah. You're right. Two, go with the flow until all of a sudden you turn around and he's not there anymore.
But he's gone. He'll leave early, and
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Look, I like that. I think
we're
you
on
did
the
a good
same
job of
page
that.
though.
Me putting you on the spot with that.
Yeah, we're definitely on the same page. But
It seems like you had that a little too locked and loaded, ready to go.
I've been thinking
That
about
just
people's
sprung on
bad
you like
qualities just nonstop. That's pretty much all I do.
it's funny.
Uh, Pretty much all I do. But all right, let's since we don't have tons of time left in this one, let's just jump into this next one and we'll close out a couple past peeves and then call it a day.
Cool about that, Nick.
All right, we're back. Another no commercial break. Um, I was gonna say something and it slipped my mind completely, but that's not a big deal. We'll jump into Pat's peeves. And my first Pat's peeve is that so moved to Colorado, gotta find new grocery store, all that stuff to go to. We went to Trader Joe's because Sam loves Trader Joe's. And I do like Trader Joe's as well. They got a lot of good selection stuff. It's actually pretty cheap. But the Pat's peeve is the sheer amount of people that were in Trader Joe's today. I was so overwhelmed. We're in there, I'm pushing the cart and like trying to get produce, and I like almost shut down completely because there was just so many people in Trader Joe's. It was freaking insane.
It's my nightmare. I
It
hate
was
every second of
crazy.
that. It's part of the reason I the last really bad experience like that I had was at Bucky's. It
Oh my
was
God, Bucky's is
I don't know.
terrible.
I don't remember what trip. Somebody I'm sure does, probably like Tyler, but we're on the way back from some bachelor party and it was raining. and just everybody in the fucking world was at Bucky's. And dude, I like had a fucking panic attack. Like, that shit was
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah, Bucky's is actually really bad. It's like an amusement park in that gas station.
Yeah, yeah, it was
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah. Well, we were in Trader Joe's, and like I said, like I couldn't even move the cart because there's so many people going around. So I
I
was just
felt
like
it.
standing there, and I was like, "Look, here, I'll hold the cart and check shit off the list. You just go grab the stuff because it was she like if you had a cart, you couldn't even get around people. It was actually crazy. Um, so yeah, that's past peeve is being extremely overwhelmed in Trader Joe's this morning. So we're either gonna have to find like if she wants to keep going to Trader Joe's, she's either gonna have to go without me or we're gonna have to go like the minute they open because that was just bonkers.
Is it like new? Because we just put up our Trader Joe's here in Myrtle Beach, and they're saying the same things. It's like ridiculous.
No, it's not new. We shopped there when we were here last time.
Oh my
So
God.
it's
Yeah.
been here and like I should have known by the parking lot. I really should have known by the parking lot. We're getting in there. And you know that Trader Joe's on Oleander. Like I don't care what time of day it is, but you pass that place and there's never a spot open in the entire parking lot. So I should have known when we got there that it was going to be crazy. And like truthfully, I'm okay with a busy grocery store. Like that's fine. But this was just next level busy. Like next level.
Yeah. No, I hate that. I'm the type of guy that'll pull up to like a drive-through, and if there's more than like four cars, rather than wait behind those four cars, I'll literally drive. I have done this multiple times. I'll drive like across town to somewhere
Yeah.
else and end up spending twice the amount of time that I would have if I would have just fucking waited in the line.
Yeah, no,
So,
I feel that.
yeah.
I feel that big time. I feel that big time.
Yeah, so I feel you there. My first pet's peeve would be when somebody gets to a restaurant before you do. So, like, you're meeting somebody. This often happens, and I wrote this down when this was happening at B Dubs. And you're like talking about it. You say, "Hey, I'm leaving now. I'm doing this now," and they get there first. They go in, but they don't text you the general area where they're sitting. So
Oh,
like just shoot me a quick text, say bar area, instead of me having to walk in and look like a fucking idiot and look around and try to find, where you're at. Just fucking shoot me a quick text real quick. Makes
yeah,
me so
that's the
mad.
worst. I always, when that happens, because that's happened to me before too, like specifically, I always like walk in and go to the bathroom first so I can like
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
make it look like I know what I'm doing for a second.
So I've done that at beat up so many times. Yes,
Yeah.
that exact same move. That's a classic. It's a good move. I'm glad that you do that. That
Yeah.
you're a man of culture. I either do that or I sit in my truck until they answer.
That's good too. That's good too.
So, yeah.
That's big
But yeah, I
time.
hate that.
I do not have any more Pat's peeves, so unless you have any itching Pat's peeves for you.
This guy just came unprepared today.
Yeah, I know,
All right.
right?
I have like seven, but I'll pick. Yeah. I have like seven Pat's peeves and like no Mike's likes. So
I got a
how
few
my
Mike's
life's
likes
been
though,
going
so
together
I
here.
got a few Mike's likes.
I think I'm gonna go with see this one. I'm not sure if it's relatable, but this happens to me and it pisses me off. So like
Okay.
it can either be like super dark in a room or you're reaching to a place that you can't really see. And like, say you need to unplug and plug back in something, whether it's
Hmm.
a router or something like that. And you try your best because you can't see it, you're just feeling it. You try to just give it the ultra light, like just get it out enough to where it actually goes out, but it doesn't leave its actual like hole.
Yeah.
But then if you give it just that little extra and it leaves your hole, but then but then you go back in and you can't find the fucking hole anymore to
Oh
plug it
yeah.
back in,
Oh man.
that fucking grinds my gears, dude. I get so fucking mad. Then you have to fucking turn a light on, fucking move your shit out, and actually look and see where this goddamn hole is, and you're missing it by like a fucking centimeter. Hate it.
That is one of the most infuriating things. Just being like, I know I'm like millimeters off
I'm right
from
there.
getting this thing on. And like you just like you're trying it and you're like, okay. And then it like takes unnecessarily long and then you just get pissed off and throw things out of the way. And yeah, that's
Yeah,
infuriating.
it's the worst. It's also why I fuck with the lights on.
Hey, look, you got to. Oh man, I gotta
I
write
think
something
that's it
down in
though.
Mike's likes real quick.
All right, well then, you know what? While you're writing down, I'll go ahead and continue my bitch fest.
All right.
This is twofold. It's one when a movie that's coming out shows all the best parts of the movie in the previews,
Uh,
slash when somebody's putting out a new album and they release all the best songs before the album drops. Fuck
yeah,
off.
those are both super annoying. And that happens with movies a lot, and you think it's gonna be the greatest movie, like so funny, but every funny part was in the commercial.
I don't remember which one, but it was a Jurassic Park movie. I will think about that every time. All of the best scenes were in the preview, and I left that place so mad when I watched that movie.
Yeah, that's annoying. That'll happen a lot with albums too. And they'll like their
It's
single will
getting
be like
worse right
the
now.
only song on the album, and that's frustrating. But
My boy Jid's doing that a lot here recently. His last few
yeah,
albums.
I haven't really been as up to date. You know, the original album, The Never Story, was great. I love that
Oh my
album.
god, it's
And
one of my
even I
favorites of
think,
all time.
yeah, it's great, like top to bottom. And then I think The Never Story 2 came out, and that was pretty good. It wasn't as good as the first one, but there was songs that I liked. But other than that, I've heard a couple features, on like the Revenge of the Dreamers, stuff like that. But
He kills all of his features.
yeah,
His last few albums, they've all had a few bangers, they've had a few good ones, but I've been really excited for him, and they've kind of disappointed.
yeah, that's
And he's
brutal.
done that shit where he puts out the best songs before the fucking album even comes out. So I get
Yeah,
extra excited about the album,
yeah,
and then come to find out there's really not a whole lot more to it.
yeah, that's tough. That's tough, big time. All right,
But
any
I'm
more
done.
Pat's
I'm off my
peeves?
soapbox.
That's Pat's
No,
peeves. Okay, off the soapbox. All right, so Mike's likes. I got a few Mike's likes. I know you said you didn't have tons, but the first one is we're on this little walk today. Me, Sam took the dogs on a walk, and there's like this little trail that's right behind our house. So it's really convenient, and there was nobody out there. So we had the dogs off the leash, and they were kind of running, and they're pretty good about coming back if there's nobody else out there. But we do this loop, and like I said, we've never done it before. Obviously, we just moved here the other day, and and we come around and Toby like juts up off into like the tall grass and he starts to take a shit and it's like into a place where I'm not gonna go pick up his shit. Like it's not on the path, but I'm not gonna go digging in some tall grass with like whatever. And it is like the smelliest shit that a dog has ever taken. Like I'm downwind and I can smell it. And then I'm looking and there's like a homeless guy's tent that's set up like in the tall grass, like 10 feet from where Kobe is taking his shit. And Kobe just trots out and we leave the shit. So this guy's sleeping in his tent with like this rancid dog shit 10 feet by. So that was cool.
uh, I like that. You know my feelings towards homeless here lately, so I share that Mike's like with you.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Homeless homeless people are bad out here in Colorado Springs.
Oh God,
They're everywhere. And I don't get it
awful.
because why would you be in the frigid temperatures of Colorado as a homeless person? Like, go to Texas.
Yeah, yeah, for real.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. They're everywhere, honestly. Though, I
They
mean,
really are.
I've been doing some traveling for work, and it's fucking everywhere I fucking go.
Yeah, that does. I share that same hate as you. Um, but next Mike's like is being here in Colorado and being on mountain time. So we're 2 hours behind East Coast time. So like night games is perfect because they'll come on at 6:15 instead of 8:15. So I get to watch like the whole, late NBA games or late NFL games and don't have to worry about like, damn, it's gonna be on till, midnight or whatever. No, they're done by 9:30. So love that.
That's pretty nice. Yeah,
It did suck this morning when the Colts game started at 7:30
7:30. Yeah.
and I didn't look at my fantasy lineup and I had Tyler Warren on the bench. So that fucked me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That
So that
makes
fucked me
sense.
hard. Next Mike like is I flew Southwest for like the second time. Actually, I think the third time. And it is confirmed. Southwest has the most legroom of any like economy flight. Like
That's
I'm
huge. Okay.
pretty comfortable in the Southwest seats, which is
I
not the
don't think I've
case.
ever flown Southwest before.
The only thing that's shitty about Southwest is you do not have an assigned seat. It's first
Oh,
come first.
okay.
So like
Yeah,
they
I
put
don't
you
love that.
that's crazy. But they put you in the groups and it's like if you're group one, you just get to pick
You're
whatever seat
good.
you want.
Yeah.
But if you're in group seven, then you're walking onto the plane and like everybody's set down and you're just like looking for an open seat. It's terrible. But
Oof.
like you know how they'd like let military board first. I don't know why, but it's like one of the little perks military get. So I just
Yeah,
board
it's
first
ridiculous.
and sit in like the very first seat of the plane. It's nice. It's
Ridiculous.
very nice. I'm walking in there
Whatever.
like I think it's probably for people that are like wounded and have issues, but yeah. So I just walk in and get a nice front row seat. But Southwest, I swear to God, they have the best leg room. They really do.
Hmm.
Um, next Pat's peeve is honestly, people talk shit about driving across Kansas, but I was driving across Kansas. This is like legit 8 hours to drive across Kansas, and there's really nothing. But as I was driving across, I think Kansas is one of the last places in the country that's just untouched. So like the landscape is just these flat kind of like rolling hills a little bit, but it's like tall grass, like it's not farmland. It's just they just have like a few horses in the fields like grazing. And I feel like it's one of the last untouched places in the country. So like you kind of get to see almost what Kansas has always looked like. And I feel like that's like no other place in America right now. Like, sure, you have the
So,
national
yeah,
forest and things like that, but if you drive across Nebraska, it's nothing but cornfields. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. If that's true, I mean that is pretty cool.
I don't know. It was just I was driving and you have nothing to do, so you're just looking at stuff. And
Hmm.
I'm like, this is probably exactly what it looked like when Native Americans were living in Kansas.
That's pretty cool. It's a cool place. I mean, I enjoyed, obviously Kansas City is mostly in Missouri, but I did a little bit of gallivanting when I was out there, and I like that area, the Missouri, Kansas
Yeah.
area. It's pretty nice.
Honestly, Missouri is really it's slept on. Uh, in the summer and in the spring and fall, Missouri's great. In the wintertime, Missouri is terrible. The weather is bad. It's like that wet cold. It doesn't really snow. It
Mhm.
kind of just like freezing rain, which is like the
It's
worst
the
type of
worst. Yeah,
weather. But the landscape is actually really pretty. Like it's really hilly, a lot of woods. The lakes are awesome. Like Missouri is kind of a cool place. And Kansas, honestly, eastern Kansas looks a lot like Missouri. And then you get into western Kansas and it's like dumb flat and like just that
mhm.
kind of like untouched landscape. Pretty wild.
That's cool.
Yeah. I was thinking like, how cool would it be to just live out there in the middle of nowhere? Maybe not all the time, but to have like a ranch, you don't have to worry about, people. You kind of grow your own food. You don't have to go to freaking the like absurdly packed Trader Joe's. You just
S- Yeah, so a compound would be sick. Like being out there
yeah,
by yourself would maybe suck, but like you could do like a compound with, a few of your friends and just kind of have like a little area where it's kind of your own little town almost.
yeah.
That would be sick.
Like we basically all get remote jobs and just move to the middle of nowhere and we set up like a little mini neighborhood on this big ass piece of land.
It'd be awesome.
That'd be
It's my
sick.
dream, honestly.
Yeah,
No people. We
right.
can do whatever we want.
Yeah, we'll have Wes frying chicken tenders in the back. Tyler filleting fish that he doesn't know how to cook or catch. And then everybody
True.
else will just have to pull all the rest of the weight. Mike will
Yeah.
be in charge of all the shipments in and out.
Hmm.
You'll build everything.
Yeah. Slash
I'll
get the
just
materials.
yeah, I'll just play golf because I don't have a real job.
I guess. Yeah. I guess so.
Oh man,
Because you're
that'd
not
be cool.
directing us. for sure. You're not gonna beat
Yeah,
them.
yeah, I know. I don't think that would go too well. I don't think you guys uh would want me trying to bark orders.
No, that didn't work too well. Even in a roommate scenario,
Oh
it
yeah.
actually almost killed your relationship with Weston Alley. Is
Yeah.
just trying to give him some simple orders like do the dishes, take the trash out. No, didn't work out.
Yeah, those two. Those two, God help their souls. They'll
That was a
learn
good
one day.
time. Oh, that was a good
I'm
time.
just kidding. That was a good time. That was a good time in life, and I know you experienced it as well with Wes and um the he who would be me.
It's such a blur, but
It
at
really
the
is.
same time, when you think back, when you really think about it and everything that happened in that 1 year span, it's like, how did we fit that much into 1 year at Mill Creek?
And I think about that a lot too. Like, sure, we are 30 and we feel old and we feel like we can't do all the things that we've done, but like think back, like you said, that 1 year in Mill Creek and all like the memories that we did just in that like 1 year. Like the whole rap chat time frame. Like like that was an era. And then
It was, yeah. I mean, Mount Trashmore, I know they talked about that
oh
recently.
yeah.
Look, disgusting, horrible. Can't believe that happened. But I think there was some doubt on whether or not we actually threw a party. We 100% threw a party with a pile of trash right there to be the first thing to greet you when you come in the door. A pile of smelly, leaking trash. Welcome.
Welcome in. Let's have some drinks.
Let's
Oh
party.
man. And it wasn't just a pile. Like we're talking like 8+ trash bags. Like it
Yeah,
was a lot of trash.
at least.
Sometimes it was
It's,
worse than others, but it
it
would get
was.
bad in
And
there.
yep. And every time we finally took it out, and it's so funny because when you think about it, think about where the trash can was. It was not that bad. It was not like it was at the opposite side of the apartment complex. It was like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, 300 feet down the street a little bit.
Yeah,
It was totally fine. And we always had 4 or 5 people there. Like everybody could take 2 trash bags and we knock it out so
for
easy.
sure. And I
I
specifically
don't know what
remember
happened
parking right next to the trash cans all the time.
all
So
the time.
every time
Yeah.
I'd come to and from, it would be right next to the trash can.
Just take a bag. Yeah.
Just take a
Every time
bag.
somebody leaves. I,
Oh
I
man.
truly, I've always done a good job of taking care of my apartments here lately, when I live
Yeah,
by myself in an apartment. And I think back on that, and I don't know, was it like a spite move? Did I not want to do it because they weren't doing it? Because like I'm not that fucking dirty of a person, you
right.
know, but I'm spiteful as fuck.
Yeah.
So I could absolutely see myself not taking that shit out because nobody else was.
Yeah, no, I'm the
That's a me
same
move.
way. And like when we were in Clear Run, like I remember specifically times when the sink would be full of dishes and I would stack them as high as I could possibly stack them on one side of the dish or one side of the sink when I could have just put them in the dishwasher. I was already fucking with them, but
Sure.
just out of spite because I was an asshole. I don't know, something about living with other people I think makes you like extra spiteful.
It does. It does. They always tell you, and they told me before I did it, don't move in with your best friends because you won't make
Yeah.
it through. And I mean, that was actually 50% true. I mean, they weren't completely wrong.
We'll
It
take
was two sides of the
50%.
spectrum. You got Wes, who's, my best friend in the world. And then you got Josh, who is like, fucking gone forever. Don't even think about him.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if the apartment was the end all be all though. I feel like oh maybe
It's
it was.
No, it was. It wasn't. We recovered from that.
Mhm.
So there was a big
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
fallout that actually cost us Tingo too at the time, if you remember. I don't know if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do. Huge fallout at the end of our apartment time. And then we all made up, and then Josh got the boot again, and then the
Yeah.
infamous, me and Drew going to
Yep.
Ryan Payne's house and Josh being there with a baseball bat,
Nice.
and then me taking the baseball bat and Drew punching Josh. It was a whole thing. Allegedly, that
Allegedly, of
was
course.
it's
Yeah.
all alleged. So
Yeah.
good times.
What a time. What a time to be alive.
Anyway, I will say real quick though, my one Mike's like I've mentioned it already. Jonathan Taylor, love you to death. Love you to death. I know it's random, but I'm like, my God, I
Ah,
just looked at that again.
JT.
49.6 points.
I
What
would
a
have
guy! Like,
killed.
not only am I a Colts fan, I have him in
Yeah.
Dynasty and my one of my redraft leagues. So it's just cloud nine, man.
And people were sleeping on him this year too.
They
They were
always
like,
do.
it's yeah.
His thing, man, if he's healthy, he's gonna be eating.
Yeah. No, it's true. And the offensive line is great, so that just helps it. I mean,
Awesome.
all right, but
God,
let's
that
close
was
this
fun.
out. Let's
Yep.
close this out with the challenge for Tyler. And he's not going to listen to this. So it's just going to be a detriment to his accomplishing this challenge. But I feel like he's not motivated about much unless there's money involved. So I'm going to give him $50, and anybody else that wants to chip in any amount can chip in. But 1 year from today, so 11/9/2026, if Tyler can bench 225, squat 315, run a mile under 830, and weigh 225 or less, then he gets $50 and any other money that anyone else wants to chip in. But it has to be done on video and all on the same day. And there has to be a witness.
I like that. I will match that 50 for me as well. And I feel good about it. I actually believe in him in 3 out of 4 of those things. Um,
Yeah,
Curious, what do you think the one that I don't believe is?
I think the one that you don't believe is squat 315.
Huh, okay. So I do that. hmm. I think he can physically do that.
Yeah,
Um, he does like to, like the last time we were workout partners, he would do kind of like he's doing with this foot thing, and he would fabricate injuries,
yeah,
or if not fabricate them, exaggerate them.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it would take that. It would take, getting past that mental blockage, in my opinion. But I do believe he could do that. I don't know if he truly has 225 in him. I mean, it's
The thing
been
is,
talked
is
about for a
he
long time.
he claims he weighs 245. I don't know if that's true or not, but he
I'd
claims he
need to
weighs
see it
245. So
on an
one year,
industrial scale
one year to lose 20 pounds is very doable. And one
for most
year to do,
people.
yeah, 1 year to do all those things is pretty doable. Like he's probably
It
can
is.
get close to benching 225 right now. Probably can't get
He's
close to,
always
yeah, he's been
Tyler
strong at
has
bench.
sneaky chest strength.
Yeah. Um, it would take some work to squat 315. But I think
Yeah,
if he gets in the gym and accomplishes those two, I think he can push himself to run a mile in under 830. I don't think that's that crazy. 1 mile,
I
I
think
think he
he
can
could do
send
that.
it.
Yeah,
But
yep.
doing all four is going to be a challenge. It's not easy, but I mean, in 1 year, if he's really motivated, I think he can do it. And I think it would be a good incentive for him to get back on a little bit of a fitness journey. So you heard it here first, Tyler. Hope you listen because if not, you're missing out on $100. But
At
uh,
least $100. I have
at
a feeling
least,
some others might join that.
yeah. So November 9th, 2026 by midnight Eastern time. If
Giving
that's
them until
if
midnight, huh?
Yeah, he can
Damn,
do it. He can do it up until midnight, the wee hours of the night. So, all right. Well,
I like
it
it.
as always a pleasure having you on. I appreciate you coming on and filling the void of Marissa's husband. We'll get back to the regular scheduled program here in a couple weeks, but with the baby and all that stuff, Tyler's had his hands full. So, but we'll see
Yep.
how it goes. But um, appreciate you.
Enjoyed it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. Talk to you later.
Later.